believe, the J. Prince of Atlanta. Do you recall hearing that?
I guess.
Who is J. Prince?
I don't know.
So why did you make that reference?
I told you for the 10th time. I'm gonna tell the police anything, and that's what I did.
Okay. In the interview, do you recall telling the detectives regarding the shooting of Donovan Thomas that Demekion told you that Shannon was shooting the chopper? Do you recall hearing that in the interview?
Yeah, I heard it.
And that Nar was shooting the handgun?
I heard that.
And that Yak was driving?
I heard that.
And you just said that you were willing to tell the police anything, correct?
I think I said that in the interview too.
Okay. And that they wanted Thug. Do you remember saying that to me, that they wanted Thug, you were willing to tell them anything?
I heard them say it out their mouth too, so you heard them too.
Okay. If that is the case, why didn't you say that Thug was driving the car?
You gotta be more convincing.
Okay. Why didn't you say that Thug was shooting?
Because they wouldn't believe it.
So why then tell on your best friend of years that it was Shannon?
Listen, I don't... You said it again?
Sure. Why tell on your best friend Shannon?
Shannon not my best friend.
Was he someone you were close to?
Yes.
Why would you tell on someone you were close to?
Because I didn't think they actually put charges on him.
Okay. In the interview, you also discussed after the shooting of Donovan Thomas that you, Demekion, Nard, Yak, Shannon all went to Thug's house at Sky House. Do you recall saying that in the interview?
I probably did.
Was everyone in the apartment YSL?
What you mean?
When you all went to Thug's house after Donovan's murder?
You keep going to this YSL stuff like... I told you what I said. I made it up to the police.
So going back to my question, was everyone inside?
I don't recall.
Okay. Now, after you finished this interview, did you go to the Fulton County Jail? Do you recall going to the Fulton County Jail in June of 2015?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And once you were in jail, did you have access to the telephones at the jail?
They let me use it. I don't know what you mean that I have access, but they let me use the phone.
And did you use the phone to make calls while you were in jail in June of 2015?
I'm pretty sure I did.
And specifically on June 10th, 2015, did you call Deshawn from the Fulton County Jail?
Well, she was my baby mama at the time, so I'm pretty sure I did.
And did you call her and tell her about the interview that you had just finished?
I don't know. I don't recall.
And have you had the opportunity to listen to that call about 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago?
Yes. Did you have the opportunity to listen to that call in the hallway?
Shit, I don't know.
Did I play some jail calls for you with your attorney in the hallway about 2 weeks ago?
You played a call, I don't know when it was. You played a call, I don't know when it was.
Okay. And did you hear yourself on that call?
I don't recall.
And did you hear Deshawn on that call? Your Honor, this time state would like to tender State's Exhibit 394Y, June 10th, 2015 jail call. Submitted. Permission to publish. You may.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an inmate at Fulton County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring, and your location information may be collected and used by corrections and law enforcement personnel. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charge.
For a limited time, visit an inmate from the comfort of your home for only $5. Take advantage of this limited time promotion by going to www.securistech.net and creating a Securus video visitation account today.
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Why you ain't answer the phone?
time.
Who called at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
But he wanted
Yeah. Why did he say
like to and I'm for it.
what happened?
For what? Lady.
Yeah.
He wrote me back yet. I said, who did I said he and Jay want to know can you come to court tomorrow? And I forgave that to back and she was like, what's up? And I said, Kenneth wanted to talk to you.
She ain't seen that back.
Nah, not yet.
Thought she might just
She been I guess she just was on the phone. Just on the phone, but I ain't see it. I thought it was I just seen I missed it.
Oh, why did it say yeah, man, it got me in the same place I was in last time.
Oh, you have it up down.
Yeah. So I said
Who name you?
I ain't got no pin number, so I had to get somebody to put their pin number in so I could use the phone. But he just let me out. He just let me out use the phone. Now it's hard. So I don't. So tomorrow I probably gonna get called because they only people out on the first year.
Cut it down. Yeah, let me hurry up and put you on it.
Huh?
Let me hurry up and put you.
I need to hurry up a bit.
And put you, move you.
That's what I'm saying, man. This shit, man.
Trey said call.
He said
I
call.
guess he took unblocked things off his phone.
Shit, ain't got no money on the phone. Hello.
Yeah, mommy saying you said put one on your phone.
I don't. It text when I get on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I need to get some money, man.
How you gonna get some money in jail? What you got to say about selling that dirt bike?
Man, he got too much. He went on his lawyer car, man. I ain't talk to you this shit. You talk to him.
I thought you said you had caught on the country and by the lawyer.
Yeah, and then he just like he gonna call a lawyer. And he hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be stressed out.
Why? Huh?
About my baby party.
Oh man. I know, bro. Damn, man. Shit, man. She ain't tell that no more.
Soon.
Where you at?
Me home. Get the fuck from my head.
Where you finna go?
I don't know. Trying to get out the damn house.
Look, why I should say I go to court in the morning, shit. Hopefully got it.
What?
I said I go to court in the morning.
I know that.
I really told you.
You what?
Me getting told me.
You got her. I mean, I got her number. Hold on.
I know that she talked, but she ain't tell back. She look right. You listen.
Yeah.
Shit, they gonna act now. They gonna come get me out. You did.
Who gonna get you out?
They did.
Who?
The police.
They gonna come get you out?
Yeah.
And then take you out?
I'm gonna go. They gonna contact to another jail, but they gonna come get me out. And I'm about to sit throw them up.
And you gonna have to wait?
Sit throw them up. I got them. I ain't had nothing to do with none of this shit, so. You know what I mean?
So you told them?
Yeah. Damn, go to jail for something I ain't do, bro. Them folks, man, folks talking about 15 years already, bro. I want to be here for myself. And you.
Yeah.
So, but I need to help me, right?
You need what?
I need Lady to help me.
You need Lady to help you.
Yeah.
What little D?
McKennedy.
McKenzie, yeah, okay. Say okay.
Nah, I just talked to him. He said he gonna help me though.
You just talked to him, he said it.
Yeah, he said it. I had close. I called him. I was telling him what.
He was telling her what?
I told him. He's like, he gonna help me. Like, he got it.
So all that gun charge leads up to 15 years?
Yeah, cause the fed different from the state.
Yeah.
But they told me long as I help them, they gonna help me. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that's why it's like, shit. If I leave state, you'll leave with me. Cause they just have to take me out of state.
They gonna have to tell you, like, why? So they gonna know you did.
Yeah, and they gonna have. Nah, they ain't gonna know. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just gonna treat me away so my name be clear about it. Nah, they gonna make sure I look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shit. I mean, I'm just telling you this. They did between me and you. Don't tell nobody. So I know you ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm just telling you. I mean,
Yeah.
so that's why I tell you text. They want you gonna stay in contact. They gonna stay in contact with you, and they gonna let me know what's going on. So, but I mean, part of the reason I'm telling you this, so I can let you know what's going on. So,
That what?
so I'm just telling you, let you know what's going on.
I think you should just wait it out and see.
Think I should wait.
What?
They should.
Yeah.
You supposed to.
Dog.
Yeah, I just that's why I ain't tell you, cause I ain't want you to be worried and then like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Shannon act like they told me.
Yeah.
So I said, "Cool, man, I ain't had nothing to do with what man going on. If I let you need to know it's my family, man, I just go out like a sucker.
Yeah.
I mean, but they say they gonna move me so anybody do anything to me and then like it, and then they gotta see how everything work. And they like shit. They need D tell them what happened, cause D told me what happened. So I mean, they can't go out with
They
it
told you what happened with
about what happened to they ain't know what's going with that shit, man.
Come on, with that?
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, when D tell them and they see that I ain't just making nothing up and I ain't lying stuff like that, then they gonna help me. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why I ain't gonna tell Trey now. I just telling you, cause I know you know what's up. You feel what I'm saying? You know not to tell me.
Trey, no, everybody gonna know.
Yeah. I mean, so they just me and your secret. We gotta take them to the grave, yeah, but that's alright.
Yeah, why you tripped with Devo?
I ain't telling D all this.
You just told me you did.
No, I ain't telling you that. You feel me? I just told him.
You just said you did with it.
Listen, bitch, I'm telling you what I told him. I was just like, hey, bro, if I ever need you, you'll be like help me. You feel me? I like, bro. I like, don't let me down, bro. You feel me?
You just said you told him. Cause you.
Listen, bro. I only told you.
Yeah.
I only told you. You the only person I told. The only person.
Woody, which one you gonna say? Cause why you lying?
You're not listening to me, bro. I told him, listen. I just asked him like, hey, bro, would you ever be there? Would you ever be there?
You just switched the whole thing up.
No, you're not. I just told you. I let him know like. I was just letting him know like, bro, if I was to come to you with a situation, would you help? And he was like, yeah, bro. I like, you sure, bro? Cause I helped him when it came down here. You feel me? So one thing I know, when these folks come in here, he not gonna lie. You know what I mean? He don't want to take these people, bro.
You helped her do it.
When he got loaded for that race.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I told him for what that. Cause he didn't know. But don't they keep that point up.
Yeah.
So, but like I ain't tell because I'm locked up and I ain't know how he gonna take it. You did.
Mm-hmm.
I was just asking her like, bro, if I ever need your help, bro, would you help? And he was just like, he was like, yeah, bro. I like for real, bro. Don't lie to me, bro. He like, I swear to God. I like, don't change the number. And then he like, I'm ain't, bro. I mean, I like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And like, shit, I need to try to get a little money to help their son that shit like that. He like, I'm gonna try. I just like, bro, if I ever need to come at you or something, bro, need you to beat up on me. He like, I got you. You know what I mean? I ain't telling them about it. I ain't telling them about the police, man.
Mm.
So that's what I'm telling you. I don't want you to tell them either.
I said I wasn't gonna tell nobody.
Yeah, I know. Now, cause you thinking I told him. I ain't telling.
What?
I said you thinking I told him. I ain't telling. You know what I mean? Cause I don't want him to go back and see me. You did.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to find out. Nobody.
Yeah.
Shit. God knows if anybody find out, then I ain't these folks ain't gonna get it up again.
You what?
If anybody find out what I'm trying to do, and they ain't gonna be able to help.
Yeah.
So can't nobody know.
Them child, this why you did not get into the prison. I mean to the jail.
Yeah. But if anybody asks you anything, man, you just be like, you don't know, and you only can tell them what I'm locked up for. Just tell them I'm locked up for a gun and the game charge, anything else, all right?
Yeah.
So even if they put my name on it, ain't else gonna pop up. But I mean,
Anyway.
I said if they put my name on, ain't nothing else gonna pop up though.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, so I had like when I talk to you, me and him gonna be face to face. I ain't gonna talk to him on the phone. I ain't gonna ask him on the phone.
So when is supposed to be face to face?
I don't know. We ain't talk about all that. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you like.
No way.
I said I'm just telling you what's going on.
Yeah.
So you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you. Okay.
I love you too.
But anyway, just want to let you know what's going on. I need you to have my back like always.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
You have 1 minute left.
But Father, I know they can go in the room, right?
You what?
I said the phone hang up, so I'm gonna have to go lock down in the room, right?
Yeah.
So I ain't ready to come back tonight, so I'll be able to call you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
I love you, okay?
I love you too.
Alright, try to see if they're gonna get that lawyer. Try to see Willie D come to court and take charge. Let the court know that they're his, right?
Alright.
Alright, and see if she takes you back and let her know that I want her to talk to her, okay?
Alright, I already told you.
Be safe.
I love you too.
I tell you dirt right now.
Alright.
1,500 or 1,000 or better.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
The caller has.
That concludes Stacy Exhibit 394Y. Now, Mr. Copeland, you said that you made it all up to the police. Did you make up everything that you told your child's mother on that jail call?
Clearly.
Oh, okay. After this call, you also spoke to Max from the Fulton County Jail. Do you recall speaking to Max from the Fulton County Jail?
You didn't even play that call for me. I never heard that call what you just played ever before. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Did you recall meeting with me and my investigator back in June of this year, and we played a call for you in which you called Max on the jail call?
I don't recall nothing.
And on that call, excuse me, you had Deshaun call Max on the three-way.
I don't know.
Okay. And while you were on the phone with Max, Thug or Mr. Williams was in the background. Do you recall hearing that, Jill?
I don't recall nothing.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender in the mid States Exhibit 395Y. Submitted. Permission to publish. Thank you.
Hello, this is a pre. Hello, this is a free call from
They would pick up the phone.
an inmate at Fulton.
Oh, nothing works on this acne.
Hi. Who? I'm a licensed dermatology provider from Curel.
May be collected and used by corrections and law enforcement personnel. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this.
For a limited time, visit an inmate from the comfort of your home for only $5. Take advantage of this limited time promotion by going to www.securistech.net and creating a Securus video visitation account today.
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
You hung up.
I'm still on the phone. Said person hung up.
No, I can't say hello. Hello.
Yeah, I got
But hold on. Matt said she right there with the and they wanna know about the bar. Hold on, so I won't call this on through.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
She be waiting. Hello. Woody.
Yeah.
What's up, Woody?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Lil Jerry is yeah, he got a bun.
Huh?
Deshaun. Yeah. How much your bun is?
15,000. But I can go to a bun come on by 1,500.
You found the bun company?
I'm on lockdown, so they don't let me out one time a day. But my brother now did.
Deshaun, when he hang up, click on call his brother, and I'm gonna meet his brother so he can get his money. Is your brother gonna? No, I'm saying call his brother gonna sign it. Yeah, Deshaun, where you at? I'm at home. You ain't got no ride? I can get his brother bring me. Meet me on University. On University where? That gas station we always use. You know what that gas station Chevron? That Chevron. Meet me at Chevron.
Hey, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, you ain't right, bro.
What did D do?
I'm gonna say too much, bro.
You come out rock through the D?
Yeah.
I told you. He told on Roscoe too. You think I'm fucking playing, bro? He told on Roscoe. He told on Roscoe just cause he Roscoe ain't no fucking blood. He don't give a fuck. Roscoe ain't free. Hey, D-Shot I'm finna come meet you so you can get their money. Go and pay Woody Bond so he can get out, bro. And when you get out, Woody, I need to have a serious talk to you because I really feel some type of way. I'm gonna talk to you about it as soon as you get out.
Man, listen, man, don't start this shit, man.
I ain't playing with you. I ain't fucking playing with you either. God's fucking birthday on the way. Fuck wrong with you?
Yeah. I appreciate it. Tell you, bro, I love him too, bro.
He hear you? You gotta get this motherfucking mind together. He said you gotta get your mind together, bro, because you been tripping.
Man, how, bro? I been left out there alone, bro. I ain't had nobody, bro. I just felt like nigga left me out there. I ain't did shit.
You ain't left out there alone. You just want to be out there in the trenches and bro, we ain't fucked up no more. You ain't gotta be high out there in Cannonville.
Shit, I had no choice.
That way gonna get you time, Cannonville. Out there in them apartments. I keep telling you that.
Yeah.
And what's that shit, bro? It be the, hey, you gotta realize it be, yeah. Swear to God, we kill nothing, so they gonna stay on you.
Yeah. Hello?
Stay away from shit, bro. You just don't know it be your hood, bro. Your hood scared you, bro. Them that church in your hood is the main hood. Them the main people that want to have you fucked up before anybody else on the street do. They what I'm saying, you play scared of you.
I already know.
You gotta stay away from that shit. You got a little girl now. I been telling you that shit. Cause I ain't even gonna lie. I was just mad at your ass, bro. On my money, how you want
pressing the phone going out for me like I don't did something wrong, bro.
Yeah. Call man. Motherfucker.
Man, you know Valerie told me that.
But I'm saying you listen big bad. You call my phone 20 times, bro. You know what I'm telling you? They all just call my phone 20 times. No call ID, then we get right in the corner. You walk past me like you a boss. Bitch, I got it on me, that fake ass weave in your head, ho. I just drop your ass. And I got my pistol on me too, ho. Ain't trying me fuck around with you. I just told on me listening to this fat ass hoe. She wanna keep up drama, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This hoe just told somebody look they're gonna have. Don't listen to her, bro.
Yeah, I know that. Listen, I already knew you was a person, bro, about her making that diss song. So I already knew.
But she did me saying she don't want to do this on no more. She want to be our family. But she went around telling you, don't told who that. I knew she told that what that she fuck. Then I said her name though, Woody.
Yeah. You said?
I said that whole name. I told you, I know that whole, I know that whole like a book, bro. And we ain't gonna do all that though. Deshaun, come meet me on your university so I can give you that money. Alright. Word.
Yep. Listen. Why if it say, Ted Church, he got cussed, so you go meet.
Hello.
Yeah, you text. Yeah, why if it say, when you get a chance, Ted OG, alright? You heard?
Yeah.
Let them know, that, I'm be, they gonna, get me up.
Alright.
Hello?
Sure, yes.
Alright, well, look, I'm a, I probably, if I don't call back today, they may let me out, but I'm gonna try to get out, let back out or whatever, she did, the job on, yep.
Alright, what you still got to what I'm coming to get you?
See, look, what I'm gonna do now is, since they gonna bond me out, when Henry County come, I should make big party, like, you know what I mean, so, don't tell nobody I got to hold them, so, I bond out of here, I go down there, we gonna act like we ain't know nothing about the hole, and we're gonna try to get him to, pay that money. If he pay that money down there, then boom. Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, everything go well. I need you. Hello.
Yeah.
Don't just text up on and be like that you talk to him. And,
My phone, you know my phone line, bro.
Yeah. You talk to him. Yeah.
Wait.
Alright. What I could say is text match phone. And tell her that you on the way to the gas station. Now let Trey know that they finna meet you at University Pyro and give you the money. So y'all come bond me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you text now?
Trade.
Alright. Tell Trey that yeah. Can he take you to Chevron Pyro to meet him get the money? And when he say yes,
I thought at some can he go down and get back to me.
Right. You don't want to be around him. You don't want to be around him.
I'm not doing.
Now, see, though I was saying you had to go with him because they probably want to give him the money.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like that, boom, you do that like that, and then text Max and be like, you on your way up there? Yeah,
Yeah.
text her now and be like, you on your way to the gas station?
All right. When I pay attention, I want them on the phone with you.
Yeah, cause I miss.
Yeah.
Alright, but I'm just letting you know. So when I get out the phone, I'ma let I'ma wait later on, and I'm try to see how y'all went did all that. Okay,
All right.
but I might have somebody else call you. I might give them my PIN number to call. Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry about the big party, man. I'm gonna find a way to get the money. Big Boo already said I had talked to Big Boo before I got locked up. I was just like, my baby party, I'm broke, bro. I mean, he's like, here, give me some money.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm gonna tell him like I need like, you know what I mean, he can just give me some on the baby party, okay?
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
And don't when you get a chance, probably later on they just try to call OG and tell her that I need to talk to him.
All right.
Yeah. And they just came in for me then.
Mm-hmm.
So the wife would say, don't cancel the baby party because you know what I mean, I might miss it because it's here in County, but shit, if they blow me out today, I'm gonna be waiting here in County. I ain't gotta go nowhere else. So they blow me out today, boom. Henry County can't get me tomorrow or Monday. I go straight to Henry County and see what they talking about. You know what I mean? But Henry County coming new with probation, I might take this shit so I can get out. But I mean, yeah,
Yeah. You said I might come at you
with probation, they know I ain't do it. I'm just saying.
Oh, do you said last time you was saying for a whole 3 weeks?
You said what?
Last time you was sitting for a whole 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm just saying, when I get there, they probably already got a court. They can be coming up. If they don't, I'm a yeah. You say it's time to go in for me too? It's been an hour that fast? Hello.
Yeah.
But she said I gotta go in. How many minutes left on the phone?
Just 2.
Me, Lou. Hello.
Yeah.
What you say?
What?
I love you. Okay.
I love you too.
Trade and text you back.
Yeah, you said okay.
You better come.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Colin said you on your way to the gas station and see what they say.
All right.
Yeah. So all we gotta do is find what blunt company they trying to get.
Find a bond company.
What blunt company that is your family with your dad and them be dealing with? Who? Remember I was locked up for a year. And you go
Shit. I forgot her name. The lady had died.
it was it trying to get into it with Frank. No, it's not.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to find where you get his number and call him and ask. Say they tell him I got him. I just keep fun come get me out of the
Yeah.
Alright, I love you, okay?
I love you too. You what?
I had to have my ear call back because I'm gonna be locked in the room. I ain't gonna be able to get called back.
I know you told me. I'm gonna go there.
Are you gonna walk out there?
I'm gonna go to the gas station. I'm gonna go to the gas station.
So shit.
You have 1 minute left.
But there's 1 minute left. I love you, okay?
I love you too.
And I'm gonna have somebody call and see what they say. What time you think I should have them call back?
Whenever you call that one.
Alright, I'm shit. I said I'm gonna check. Make sure what many percent your phone on?
You charge 40 cents.
Alright, I'm gonna just make sure. I love you, okay?
I love you too.
Alright, get baby a kiss for me. Alright.
The caller has hung up.
Now, Mr. Copeland, on that call, did you hear when you talked to Max about Valerie?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes for the record?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 60WA at timestamp 2:08:98. Is that the Valerie that you were speaking of? Is that the Valerie that told you about the,
I guess.
I guess, I know?
I guess.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
Now, you also talked about Little D in that call. Do you recall talking about Little D from Rock Crew and that he wasn't right?
I guess.
All right. I'm going to show you what's been already admitted as 60WA at timestamps 16 seconds in. Is that the Little D that you were referencing?
I guess.
Is I guess yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Now, why did you ask for Thug to pay your bond after you had told on them in the June 10th interview?
I didn't tell on them. I was going through a phase in my life, like I told you before, and I told you in the back. I made it all up. I sat right there and said whatever came to the top of my head, that I put certain things together and said what I said. If you listen to both of them calls, they contradict each other. If you listen to the interview, you hear what the police keep saying. And that's why I put everything on Thug. The man ain't had nothing to do with my stupidity. I'm sitting right here today telling y'all the truth, and y'all still sitting right here playing with this lady. Like I told y'all, I made it up. I put it on him. I'm not scared of nobody. Nobody forced me to say none of this stuff. This is not right.
Okay. After you spoke to Deshaun and Max on June 13th, did you then subsequently call Detective Gaither on June 14th and on June 15th to talk about you assisting the police department?
If I was assisting the police department, they would have had assistance. My thing was to get them out for me. If anybody was going to be going to jail, it was going to be me.
Did you speak with Detective Gaither on June 14th and June 15th from the Fulton County Jail?
I probably did. I was going to talk to her any day to throw them out for me.
Okay. And have you had the opportunity to listen to those jail calls?
No, these all calls are new to me.
Did I play these jail calls for you in the hallway? Isn't it true that I played the calls for you in the hallway about 2 weeks ago?
No, you played one call, and I haven't heard that call that you played.
Did I play the calls and have you authenticate or listen to your voice?
Can you say that again?
Did I have you listen to the call so that you can listen to your voice?
Did you play the call so you can listen, so I can listen to my voice?
Correct.
What-
And recognize your
That's what
voice
you
on the
said,
call.
but these ain't the calls that you played.
You're right. This time of state would like to tender State's Exhibit 396Y and 397Y. Sure. Tender State's Exhibit 396Y and 397Y. Sure. 396Y is a jail call from June 14, 2015 with Detective Gaither, and 397Y is another jail call on June 15th with Detective Gaither. Permission to publish. I'm going to first start with 396Y, which is June 14, 2015.
Hello, this is a free call from
Then we'll pick up the phone.
an inmate at Fulton County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring, and your location information may be collected and used by corrections and law enforcement personnel.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press.
For a limited time, visit an inmate from the comfort of your home for only $5. Take advantage of this limited time promotion by going to www.securustech.net and creating a Securus video visitation account today.
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Where you at?
Yeah. Boy, he's a little.
Who you at with?
My mama, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Who you at with?
I said my mama here.
What you know?
Listen.
Did you call them?
Hmm.
Did you call?
Who?
Here.
I told you they that it was last night.
What was that night?
That your daughter was paid last night.
I know I said you call Henry County.
Oh, who is?
See, is they gonna come get you?
You see what?
Is they gonna come get you?
They might tell you now.
Yeah, they should come today or tomorrow.
Oh.
Tell mama I said, hey,
Who to say?
hello.
She said, what's up? Yeah.
How much money you paying over?
And then Moses said he'll buy it for $100.
Yeah, about what they legit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, tell him, man, gee, you want to take it, man. Unless you want to take it.
No, I said 125.
Yeah, nah.
I don't know. Diva took me.
What you could say the detail?
Yep.
You might know somebody want bad.
I can't. Anybody buy it.
What you gonna tell it for?
I don't know. But he took me to New York. I mean, Miami, wherever he is.
Oh, that what he did?
I be like, you got to try to say, like, yeah.
I could say, they goddamn got us on lockdown, so I'ma try to see somebody give y'all some money.
You what?
He ain't ask me who Dirt White got with.
Mm-mm.
Why y'all know what fun contribution they got me out with?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I had to go down there because the boy, Jonathan, I don't know, Trent said he tried to do it, but he ain't had no information on none of that. That's what he told me.
So did he do it?
I did.
You bun that to this?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you do it?
So,
How you do it?
I don't know. He said, I asked.
She say, when tell me I gotta come see them when I get up.
Yeah, you know.
Say what?
You know her.
No shit.
That's what I'm telling you. You know her.
Who she is?
Somebody named Christy.
Huh?
Somebody named Christy.
Huh?
Somebody named Christy. She know even back to your court. Cause she was saying something about she was telling me about your mom and all them.
But look, why I just say, yeah, when I get to Henry County, I'm try to see, should they, pull up the other losers, man, and let me go.
Hold on, real quick.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on.
What you doing?
Turn the car sleep.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Why I just say, station,
Yeah.
you ain't call, Jake doing back?
Boy.
Man, see if she gonna answer.
The what?
See if she gonna answer.
You said, what?
I'm saying, I'm trying to see if she gonna answer, man.
What you mean, text her?
Text her right there.
And say what?
They be like, Hello.
Mm,
You had my speaker.
yeah, I just stepped outside because I was asleep.
So, what I say, she said, she said about the hole.
Hmm.
She said something about the hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would go down there and just be like, I tried to get somebody to sign it. But man, then it's Sunday, Woody.
Okay, what they mean?
Oh, you got me kiss off on Sunday?
Yeah, she worked.
Hold on.
Hang up.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh,
What you say?
I just, why you,
What?
what?
What you say?
Man, I just,
Why wait?
why you should be trying to call around.
They saying you
Trying to
trying to help y'all, right?
say.
Huh?
She said, okay, what you gonna say?
Man, call on through it.
Trying to talk, man, they ain't even trying to help you.
Huh?
They ain't even trying to help you. She trying to talk to you. Hold on.
Right, yeah.
Hello.
All right.
Hey, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Man, I talked to him yesterday, right?
Who?
Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he got me and stuff like that.
What, on the bond?
Yeah.
That's all y'all said?
Huh?
That's all y'all said?
Nah, you just like when I get out, they want to talk to me and stuff like that.
What you think that mean?
Huh?
What you think that mean?
I think he just want me to come back around now.
Like on the up and up, or you trust that?
Yeah, like when I was talking to him on the phone, I just like, we just talking. Like his sister was on the phone, and he was listening, and then I like, man, tell nigga I love him, this and that. And he was like, yeah, like he really talking like. I was like, alright, then he told my girl to come get some money from him and stuff to get me help.
I mean, but do you believe that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, he gave her the money.
Oh, word.
He didn't give her all. He just gave her like how much they said? They said
Yeah.
how much he gave?
So much.
He gave her 700.
Oh, okay. I mean, shit, if you trust it, that's on you. I can't tell you what to do.
So what you think I should do then?
I mean, if you do come around, we talk about what we talk about. So, I mean, just because you get a bond, that don't mean shit gonna go away.
Nah, I ain't saying it's gonna go away, but what I'm saying is, like, man, we were dying there, and man, you was talking, and I was telling you this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, I told you, you help me, I help you.
Yeah. When you think you're gonna get out?
I gotta go to Henry County, cause I got a hold on.
The marshal, I'm looking at it now. The marshals got that hold on you to move you.
Huh?
The marshals got a hold on you as well
For what?
to move you. It's you remember I told you that they got to get an order signed by a judge to move you, right?
Yeah.
So the marshal, the order is already in there, which means it's kind of almost like a warrant, but it's not a charge. It's just to hold you until they move you. So, like I said, they probably won't get to moving you until Monday, Tuesday. But as of right now, it's a marshal hold on it, which means that you're not going to be able to make a bond because it's holding on. You already got the Henry County, and then you have the marshal's hold. So if you go bond out, it's going to be bonded out of.
Ugh, nothing works on this acne.
Hi. Who? I'm a licensed dermatology provider from Curology. Answer a few questions, I'll look at your skin and prescribe you a personalized cream.
Wow!
Curology, skincare with
Henry County. Like I said, it's probably be Monday or Tuesday, but they move you.
But this the other little Woody they got in Henry County.
I know which little Woody it is, but you still got to go through the motions with clearing your name out there, and whatever they send you down there, do whatever, you still gonna have to go down there.
I know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing you can do about it.
I ain't in Henry County. I can't tell them how to run their court.
Now I'm saying like they said that they called to Atlanta and Atlanta had gave them my name.
Atlanta who? I ain't been at work since shit, what day? Ain't.
So you saying like listen, right, if they pay my bond now, I can't go like I ain't waiting on Henry County to come get me. I gotta wait on the marshals to come get me.
You waiting on the marshals. The marshals has a hold. The marshals supersede Henry County. So even if you make the bond, you're not gonna be able to get out. You're gonna have to go wherever the marshals take you.
The Fulton County or the federal?
Huh?
Fulton County marshal or the federal marshal?
The U.S. Marshals is not Fulton County, it's U.S. Marshals.
So they have a hold on me.
The marshals do.
So okay. Cause they trying to say that they paid the bond last night.
Even if they paid the bond, you're not getting out. Either they're gonna hold you if either the marshals get you or Henry County gets you. More than likely, the marshals gonna get you before Henry County.
Okay, when the marshals come get me, then what?
Then they're gonna take you to another jail.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I'm waiting on the marshals to come get me. And when they come get me, then they're gonna take me to another jail. What? I already bonded out on the charge, so what they got to take me to another jail?
You bonded out on the two charges, the gang charge and the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. You made the bond, but the hold was already put on you before you made the bond. And even still, we still working on some things, so that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get out on these charges. You have a hold by the marshals.
I know now. I'm saying, well, I'm just trying to like, I'm trying to make a big birthday, man. I'm trying to also prove to you that, I mean, what we said, I was gonna stand up to it.
It just don't work just because you made a bond that you get out of jail, you can go home. It don't work like that. I told you that.
So what, you could add more charges on me?
We're not adding no charges on our shit. Just because you made a bond, which I truly believe you shouldn't have made a bond because the magistrate court judge can't give a bond on a gang charge. And you went before a magistrate court judge.
So that means that they're gonna take the bond back away?
I don't know what they're gonna do, but you weren't supposed to make a bond on the gang charge.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I understand you on there, but I was just trying to see like what's going on so I can I mean, I want.
Yeah.
When you get a chance, can you just come down and talk to me?
Yeah, like y'all call me on a Sunday. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, what's tomorrow? Monday. I try to make it out there tomorrow. If you're not moved tomorrow, we try to come out there. But I'm gonna need a little bit more on them folks.
All right.
To go on.
All right. I need to talk to you about your stuff.
All right.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
I love you. I'm serious.
I love you too. You just stupid. All right.
the person you call.
Hello, this is a free call from
There would
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
pick up the phone.
an inmate at
Fulton County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring, and your location information may be collected and used by corrections and law enforcement personnel.
to accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges,
For a limited time, visit an inmate from the comfort of your home for only $5. Take advantage of this limited time promotion by going to www.securistech.net and creating a Securus video visitation account today.
thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yeah.
You ain't calling nobody.
I called Tree.
What you say?
He was like, they can't get it. But I was like, I had talked to her yesterday, and they had to be the one that make your bun get too bad. I was still telling him what you said on the phone, like how you can't get no bun off of game charge and all that. But I was acting like I was one time, and he was like, tell Woody you need to start talking to the police.
Why you telling I was?
What?
Why you telling I was?
And you said why I tell him you was talking to them?
Yeah.
I didn't say you was talking to her. I said I act like I was talking to her on the phone yesterday.
And he said, wait, they can't take my bun away.
Yeah, he was like, they can't take your bun away because the judge didn't see no proper cause for you having a game charge on you. That's why he gave you a bun. And I was like, I'm gonna call him on three-way, but I was like, when I was talking to her, she was like, the U.S. Marshal put a hold on you and stuff like that.
Try to call this.
Hold on. You keep wanting to talk to lady.
Man, yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on, man.
All right.
Hey, how you doing, kid?
What's up?
What's going on?
What?
I said, what's going on?
No, what's up?
I thought you were going to come talk to me today.
I said I was gonna get up there this week. I didn't say that.
Oh, you still know when they going to move me?
I'm not sure. It'll be soon. That's what we hoping for.
Huh?
I said it'll be soon. That's what we hoping for. Like probably what? What's today? Monday.
Yeah.
Well, I was told hopefully by Tuesday, but you know this whole thing with your bond and all that Henry County stuff, some stuff your state level stuff has to be taken care of.
Say it again.
Henry County stuff.
So I want to have to go to Henry County?
I ain't saying you're not going to Henry County, but you got to take care of that.
So I got to go to Henry County first.
I believe so.
Well, why did it say my bond was paid? Now they saying I don't have a bond. I can't get my money back.
I don't know. I don't work for the courts. I told you when I talked to you the other day that I believe that bond was mistakenly given to you because a magistrate court judge cannot grant you a bond on the gang charge. You remember me saying that?
So I'm waiting on Henry County to come get me.
I don't know what you're waiting. I don't know what the process is now on who's going to move you first, but you have to take care of that state level stuff first, which would be Henry County.
Oh, I have
So-
federal charge on me?
I believe so. I believe so for that gun.
When did it pay them?
Say what now?
I said, when did it come?
When did what come?
When they put their charge on me?
Which charge? The federal charge?
Yeah.
I believe it was Friday. I just found out yesterday.
It ain't nothing I can do. Y'all can't do nothing.
I mean, it's a process with everything. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and promise you like you're gonna get out of jail next week or in 2 weeks. All that, like I told you, you get.
So my
Here's
brother,
a like I said. Do your brother know what?
said instead of put the feds put charge him.
I'm not talking to nobody about your case, but to you and who you got on the phone. That's up to y'all. Like we don't do that.
I'm saying, so is they trying to work with me though? Is they gonna try to work some out?
I can't say what they gonna do. Like I said, everything that you told us, we want to speak with you again. All of that will be taken into consideration. That's what she told what the ATF agent when we first came in, lady. That's what we did in the beginning. A lot of what you say will kind of determine your future. That's why you need to.
So if I prove it, then y'all let me have it right.
Are you hearing anything that I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm talking in circles.
Nah, I hear you, but it's confusing.
If you provide us with some things that we can verify, it's not up to us to let you out of jail. That's totally up to the DA's office, all that stuff on what they want to do with you. They do take into consideration if you helped or not. And so
I still got state charge and the federal charge.
yeah, you have the state charge from the Dunbar Center, and then that federal charge is from the gun that was at your house, where they shot a house.
Oh, I have a charge for the fed put charge on me for the gun that was at the house.
I believe it was both of them. Dennis, it was both of them, both guns. Yeah, it was for both guns. Felon in possession of a firearm on the federal level for both guns. The one at Dunbar Center and the one that was found in the house.
I don't even know that that one that was at the house.
Okay, well, I guess it's Deshaun's then.
I ain't saying it's horn, but I'm just saying. Okay.
What you saying?
Hey, y'all, so y'all gonna be able to come back and talk to me.
We gonna come back and talk to you, but we trying to look into some other things and stuff that you said. So, like I said, we want to try to get over there this week, but I'm not giving you 100% promise like it's gonna happen like Tuesday or Wednesday. Like I'm not saying that because we do have other shit going on.
So y'all still gonna move me right?
I'm not talking to, boy, I just said that.
Okay.
I just said you have a hole. You're gonna get moved, but I can't guarantee you that it's gonna happen like today or tomorrow. It's gonna happen soon, as soon as possible. Have you had any problems up there?
Yeah.
Who?
Man, fruit people.
Okay, what? Tell me what happened.
I don't know their name.
I said, tell me what happened.
Oh man, niggas just like they gonna get me stuff like this.
Well, the dudes in the medical unit?
I had when I had came back from cause they came and got me. It was like APD wanted to talk to me, but I guess they never came, so when they bumped that court, it was two guys right there.
APD wants to come and talk to you when?
The other day, so they called me down and said.
I mean, who was supposed to come talk to you?
They said APD, and they said they knew. I stayed in the whole since like 3 hours, and they bumped that court here.
Like, I don't know who was coming to speak with you, but yeah, I don't know who was supposed to come down and talk to you, but we working on it. You just have to give us some time. Like, we working on it. It don't happen overnight. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, I just trying to, cause right here, I know what I'm saying. Like, what they got me right here, they got me locked down too much, too long. That's why
You worry about the whole thing. Like, you need to be away from people. If you just said some dudes just said they go get you, but now you're complaining that you locked that most of the day.
I said we want to come out and talk to their son on the phone. They be having me locked down. I can't get out and talk to her on the phone.
Bruh, that's what jail is. You can't control what you want to do in jail. It don't work like that. It don't. We can't make up their rules at Fulton County. That's what they do.
All right. So you saying that you don't know when they're gonna come get me? I got to handle the story with Henry County first, right?
Correct. Correct. We've been on the phone. We've been trying to find out what's going on. They said you have to handle this Henry County stuff first. So we're trying to get it done. Or trying to figure out what's going on in the time frame. And I'm pretty sure you're going to, hey buddy, I'm pretty sure you're going to call me back again probably tomorrow. And hopefully I have an answer for you.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Hey. Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean.
Wait.
I know, man. This shit that messing you up, man. Hello.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about it, bro.
Don't tell nobody what. Why did you keep saying it?
Because, bro, fear.
Yeah, I know that. I've been through that.
You been through this.
Yeah, I told you that man I was told it.
I didn't even know this. Then they come out. It's my gun that was at your house, bro. I ain't know nothing about no gun being at your house. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't know what the hell going on.
Where you better find out something, cause I ain't going to jail and all that, losing my apartment.
Nah, bro. Man, come on, bro. I never let nobody do nothing to you, bro.
All right, you took me.
Bro, listen to me, bro. Yeah, I know you're not.
This shit getting on my nerves.
What you want me to start calling you then?
Just the whole situation getting on my nerves.
I'm saying, so you want me to start calling you?
I must say stop calling me.
Nah, you see my everything getting on your nerve. I need your help, bro. Like,
cause it is like you.
all right, I want to call him. I mean, I was just.
I must say stop calling me.
You saying this shit getting on your nerve and all this, like.
Yeah, about the whole situation, about what you got going on. Like the shit you do just be stupid.
Listen, I ain't did, man. You know I am. It just, listen to me. Listen to me. Oh, like I told you from the beginning, bro. I just fuck what it take, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care what I had to do. If them folks give me a chance to be there with you on the baby, I'm gonna take that chance to be there with you. I don't give a
What
fuck.
chance they give you though? Cause you telling them shit, and that ain't somebody's up to behave. So what chance they give you?
Listen, she said once they find out that I ain't lying, no telling the truth, then they gonna tell. They the police, they don't have to tell. They ain't got to lie to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, all right, well, man, you right. That's you. That's your whatever you got going on.
I'm saying, so you, what you want me to do? Just go ahead, go down for something. I ain't hell nah.
Who said it? Go down for something, but
This
them
that's
folks not even fucking helping you.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't let nobody find out. Like, if anybody asks about me, just be like, I got a hold of Henry County. You get what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody asks anything, I'm waiting on Henry County. Don't tell nobody, man. And go there.
Yeah.
Like you said, bro. If I set them up or whatever, bro, they gonna let me go. So that's all I gotta do. So just keep between me.
Yeah, you can't even get out, too.
The
These folks putting holes on you from everywhere. And you keep, somehow all you gotta do is get out. You ain't getting out. They keep doing everything so you can stay in jail.
They gonna let me out. They gonna let me out your state self. They just gotta, what they doing now, they make sure I ain't lying. They make sure I'm telling them the truth about what's going on. So when they see that, they gonna man. But look, this what I need you to do. I need you to call that money company and try to get that money back and get that money back and put some money on the to the baby party, man. I mean, make sure you put some on the phone. Just hold the money until I call and see what to do with it, okay?
You have 1 minute left.
You heard me?
Yeah.
How much money you put on the phone?
$20. And my daddy gonna give me some money for a party, too.
Who is?
My dad.
Alright, I love you, bro, okay?
Yeah, I love you, too.
But I'm gonna call you back about in a minute. I'll just try to goddamn calm down.
You can call somebody else.
My mom, hi, I ain't got no minutes on the phone.
All right.
I'm gonna call you right back though, bro. I promise I am, bro. It just, I gotta go, man. I gotta go in the room and just thank myself, man. I can't believe you got me in so much trouble. I love you, okay?
Yeah, I love you, too.
Just calm down, man. Everything gonna work out. I ain't getting that nobody. I mean, so, I just gotta do what I gotta do to get out.
All right, Ruth.
I'm gonna call you back down so long. Keep it on other
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
The call
again, Mr. Copeland, this call, did you hear when you told Deshaun, they have to make sure that I'm not lying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And again, this is what you told to your child's mother, correct?
Right,
And the they that you were talking about was the police, correct?
right.
All right. And these two calls with Gaither and these calls were after the call that you made with Max and Thug on the phone. You shrugged your shoulders. Is that you saying you don't know?
Yeah, I don't know when.
And the call with Max, did you hear when she said we killed Nut?
She didn't say we killed Nut. She
Okay.
said they saying it.
Is the we YSL?
No,
Who is the we?
that's her.
I'm asking you.
I ain't telling, I don't know.
Now, Mr. Copeland, you've heard Detective Gaither in the interview say that we had to verify what you were telling them. Did you hear Detective Gaither say that in the interview multiple times?
Mm-hmm.
You shook that yes?
Yes,
And did you also hear her say that on this second jail call that she had to verify what you told her?
I guess.
All right. Now, I guess yes, no, did you hear it?
If you heard it, then shit, I don't know.
I'm asking you, did you hear it?
Yes,
Okay. Now, in the June 10th interview, did you hear when you told the detectives that Thug rented the vehicle from the Atlanta airport?
yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 332Y. Now, looking at State's Exhibit 332Y, do you see on here where it says Hertz rental record?
I can't read.
Okay, so you can't see anything on that page?
I can't read.
Okay. Do you see the name Jeffrey Williams?
Point it out for me.
Okay. If you turn to the back, do you see where it says Jeffrey Williams?
I can't read.
Do you know your numbers?
Yeah, I know my numbers.
Okay, do you see where it says 2014 next to vehicle?
You say what about?
Do you see where it says 2014?
Like the year?
Yes.
I see 2014, but it's with some more numbers. I mean, some letters.
Okay. What's the letters?
What you mean?
You said you see 2014 with some other letters. What are the letters?
COR V.
Okay. And then what's the letters next to that?
2014.
No, what are the letters? So after CORV, what's the next letter?
After what?
After the V, what is the next letter?
Is
Okay.
TINGRAY.
All right. And we can scroll down. And we can stop. I'm going to start reading where it says rental location. You see where it says rental location?
No, show me.
You see right here, fourth line, where it says RENTAL. You see those letters?
REF.
REN.
Yeah.
TAL.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you see the other word that starts with the letter L?
It said 1, 2. I see it right there, right there, right there.
All right. Do you see where it says L? You see the letter L?
Bill?
Yes.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. And does that say LOCATION? Do you know that to say location?
I guess.
All right. And do you see Atlanta? You know how to spell Atlanta?
I see it right there.
All right. Hartsfield International.
Is that what it say?
Okay. Do you know that to be the Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport?
Yes, I know where the airport is.
And is that where you told police that Mr. Williams rented first a Corvette? Do you recall hearing that in the interview?
I guess.
I guess you heard it?
Yes.
All right. And do you see that same rental word? Do you see time?
Yes.
Okay. And do you see that reads January 2nd, 2015? You're shaking your head?
Yes.
All right. And does it say at 9:08 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go down two more where it says return time. Do you see that?
Yes.
And does that say January 9th, 2015? At 9:13 p.m.?
That what it say?
Okay. Now, in the interview, did you recall hearing yourself tell the detective that initially he rented a Corvette?
Yes.
And that he initially rented the Corvette from the airport?
Yes.
And that he actually had to return that Corvette earlier, and then he got the Infinity. Do you remember telling the police that?
Yes.
All right. I'm now going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 334Y. We're going to start at the top. Does that spell Hertz?
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard of Hertz rental car?
Yes.
All right. Now, underneath that, do you see the letters Jeffrey
Yes.
and Williams?
Yes.
They're Jeffrey Williams.
Yes.
All right. Next to that, do you see the letters Vehicle?
Yes.
Sorry, slow down. Next to that, do you see the numbers 2014
Yes.
Q50?
Yes.
If you can scroll down to the bottom. On the bottom, do you see the words, again, rental location
Yes.
and Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport?
Yes.
Right? Do you see the rental time 1/7/2015?
Yes.
And the time is 8:34 p.m.
Yes.
And then do you see the return time supposed to be 1/12/15
Yes.
at 8:30 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. And did you, in the same interview on June 10th, tell the police that you went with Thug to the airport when he got the Q50 or the Infinity?
Yes.
And would you agree with me that January 7th, 2015 is before January 9th, 2015?
Huh?
Would you agree that January 7th, 2015 is before January 9th, 2015?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Now, in the interview, do you also remember telling the detectives that Thug was in the Infinity and the cars were at the gas station?
When the police questioned me back in whatever time they questioned me, they locked me up. And forget what I said in the interviews. I made it up. And when I say I made it up, I'm not saying I made everything up. What I'm saying is I took from what I know personally and put it with other stuff. And what I'm telling you is I'm not about to say nothing to tell on myself. Like I told you in the back, I was going through a phase in my life. The police kept locking me up. I was trying to be there for my baby mama and my child. And I was going through a dark phase in my life. I have sat right here and told you over and over and over. I'm telling you again today. I'm gonna tell you every time you keep asking me a question, because if you want the truth, I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. So my question to you,
And I'm not done talking because you keep asking me, and I keep telling you I made these things up. You're trying to make it seem like I was telling the truth about what I said, and I'm telling you I wasn't. And you're sitting right here, keep asking me. I'm tired of it. Keep telling you that. You keep going back to interviews I told police. You're playing the calls. Each one contradict each other. If I was working with the police and I was scared as I pretend to be, I would have been in protective custody. I'm in the streets every day. And all the people I'm afraid of is y'all. Y'all sitting right here, locking me up, knowing I'm lying, trying to make me do what y'all want me to do. I'm tired of it. Y'all can leave me alone at this point.
Let's get real. It's hard to live up to that mug. Sometimes you don't check the traffic report or the weather report.
Sorry.
Every now and then, you get mixed up.
Leave me alone. I made it up. I'm telling y'all, Ladie told me to say this. You hear the call, I'm mad at Ladie because he wouldn't say what I want him to say. So what?
are you finished?
No, I'm just getting started.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. In the interview, did you hear when you told the detectives that Thug was in the Infinity and the cars were at the gas station?
I tell you, anything to get them off of me.
That's not my question. Did you hear when you said that in the interview?
Yes, I said it,
Okay.
but it's not the truth.
All right. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 292. Why? Do you see the video on the bottom that says camera 10?
I don't recall.
I'm asking you to look at what's on the screen.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Okay, do you see it now?
I see somebody with a yellow and black jacket, somebody with a yellow on and somebody with black on and another person.
Okay. Is that a gas station?
Huh?
Is that a gas station?
Shit, look like it.
All right. Now I'm going to start playing this video at 18:41:56. And I'll pause right here. In the interview, did you recall telling the police that some people were in a Bonneville at the gas station?
You're not gonna get no confession out of me.
I'm not getting up. I'm asking you, did you hear when you told police that in the interview?
I had enough time to get the story together.
My question for you is, did you hear when you said that in the interview?
I had enough time to tell the police anything. With no disrespect to you, but Ms. Hilton, you are running my nerves through the roof. I keep telling you, leave me alone.
Yes or no, did you hear when you told the detectives in the interview that they had a Bonneville at the gas station?
Yes.
All right. You can keep playing, please.
Judge, I can use the restroom?
No, right now. Do you see the person walking?
I see somebody walking.
And we're going to pause and we're going to go to camera 2. And we'll pause. Is that yet got it?
You gotta blow it up. I can't see.
Keep zooming.
I can't say for 100% facts if this him.
Does that look like him?
I can't say for a fact if this him. It's blurry. It's right here. My face is blurry.
Keep playing.
Everybody here can see the same thing I see.
Pause. Or we can go back. at that view, does that look like that got it?
Yes.
All right. Now we're going to go to camera, camera 10 at 19:16:17. We'll go to camera 11 first at 19:16:12. Well, go back. Does that look like the Infinity that you rented with Thug at the airport on January 7th?
I can't see. You gotta blow it up.
Is that blown up enough, or we need to zoom in more?
No, they don't look like it. They look like an Impala.
That looks like an Impala to you. All right. Now, we'll keep playing. We'll keep playing. Do you see that same individual with the black coat walking to their car?
I see somebody right there, but I can't really see who it is.
All right. We're gonna go back to camera 10. Start at 19:16:17.
Can you blow it up? Did you see the person in the black coat walking? Or did you miss? It's not the one right here by the car.
We'll go back for you. Do you see the individual with the black coat getting out the driver's seat?
Yeah, I just seen it.
All right. And do you see him walking towards the gray vehicle?
Trying to stand in the driver's side.
Want to go back again? We're going to pause right here. Keep playing. Pause. Do you see the person getting out of the driver's side door by the car closest to the pump?
Yes.
All right. And now we're going to keep playing. I want you to watch that individual. And we're going to pause. And we're going to go back to camera 11. You see that same image that was just in that black coat walk towards this gray vehicle?
Hey, I supposed to know they're the same person.
Now we're going to keep on playing. Starting again at 19:16. gray vehicle pull off?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Now, in the interview, you also talked about Nard and Little D from Mechanicsville getting out of the Dodge Nitro and getting into your car. Do you recall hearing that on the interview?
I recall telling you that I lied.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 23CC. Is this the picture of Nard that they showed you in the interview room?
I don't remember what picture they showed me. I can't recall what picture they showed me.
Is this the Nard that you were talking about getting into your car?
I lied when I said no, I got in my car.
Is this Nard? Is this the Nard you were lying on?
I know him. I know his name to be Nord.
Now, you also talked about them getting out of the Dodge Nitro. Do you remember hearing yourself say that in the interview?
I probably did.
All right. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted State Exhibit 22CC. Looking at 22CC, do you see the white vehicle to the top left-hand side of the screen?
At the gas station?
At the gas station.
Yeah, I see it.
Is that the Dodge Nitro that belongs? Does that look like the Dodge Nitro that OG Bentley owned?
Shit,
Does it look like the Dodge Nitro that Demikian and Nard got out of on June 10, 2015?
I can't tell this. I can't tell what kind of car that is.
Now I'm going to show you what's already been admitted State's Exhibit 10CC. Is that OG Bentley?
I don't know him.
Okay. Is that not the same person as you said got rid of all the guns in the car on the night of Donovan Thompson's murder?
I'm good at lying. Very good at it.
All right. Do you know if OG Bentley back in 2015 lived off of Oak Drive?
I don't know him.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Copeland, after you were arrested in June of 2015, you went to the feds for 5 years, correct?
Correct.
And after that, when you were released from the feds, you came back to Atlanta, correct?
Right.
Now, in October of 2021, you were arrested on traffic violations and possession of a gun, correct?
There's some charges y'all put on me.
Okay. So you were arrested?
Y'all put them on me?
Okay, so yes, you were arrested?
Yes.
All right. And after you were arrested, you were brought to the Atlanta Police Department headquarters?
Right.
And at the headquarters, you were placed in the interview room?
Right.
And during that interview, did you speak with Investigator Viverito?
Right.
And at other times, did you speak with an Investigator Flores and an Investigator Kettle?
Right.
All right.
Yeah, why don't we actually take a restroom break? And then are you gonna want me again, potentially? Okay. Go ahead. guess we'll be taking a recess, and then after the recess, you can, if you need to put anything on the record, put it on the record, since half the people are gone from the courtroom at this point anyway.
I was doing a retreat and they tell me I went down. My heart stopped for a total of 17 minutes. When Grady got there, there was a young lady. She took over the compressions. And when they got to the hospital, she would not leave until she found out that I was okay. Helps me believe that people are basically good, and we need that. I got a lot of work to do, and because of Grady, I can.
Bring to the court's attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's up?
Thank you, Your Honor. I had the opportunity to have a conversation with the state just right at the break.
Right.
We did agree that they're not going to go into certain parts of the interview from October 27, 2021 with Mr. Kenneth Copeland. However, I do believe that they are intending to ask Mr. Copeland on the witness stand about some alleged plot to murder Shell Kell, if you would. And and I believe that there's going to be some line of questioning that's going to be directed to Mr. Huey or concerning Mr. Huey.
Okay.
And I'm concerned, Your Honor, that that particular line of question, first of all, it's not in any overt act that's been listed in the indictment. It's not a count in the indictment. It's not been listed in any type of intrinsic act that they're trying to get into. So I'm going to ask the court to weigh in on this one with respect to it being a 403 issue for the court to consider. It's going to be hard for us to even if I cross-examine him and say, hey, you know anything about this? I told you I lie. I told you I lie. But it's been said, and there's no way for me to be able to cross him on that other than just to ask him about it. The jury will have already heard that information come out, and there's just no foundation for me to be able to delve into this particular witness if they ask him, well, did you try to talk Mr. Huey out of this or out of that particular act? So, Your Honor, I believe based upon that information that the state is telling me that they may get into, I don't believe that there's no real foundation to get into it because I can't do anything with that particular questioning other than ask this witness who we've already seen, doesn't recall, doesn't remember, so forth and so on.
So, Ms. Hilton, what is it that you would potentially be eliciting from Mr. Copeland?
So let me give some context. So in October of 2021, specifically October 27th, 2021, Mr. Copeland was arrested on traffic violations and a gun charge. When he, after being arrested, he was brought to the Atlanta Police Department headquarters and Mirandized and interviewed. In the course of that interview, he was trying to get out of jail. So he told the police he had information for them that would be helpful to them. He proceeds to tell them about a potential plot that was going to happen that evening to kill Shell Kel at a club called Diamonds. I think it might be called Diamonds of Atlanta or Diamonds, which is off of Northside Drive. He tells the police that he did not want to go into full details about what he knew because he was concerned that the police would not help him out because he reverts back to 2015, advising that he had given information in 2015 and the police did not help him. So he was willing to call the people who might be involved in this potential plot to kill Shell Kel on FaceTime and let those individuals kind of talk about the plot in front of the police. The individuals that he was going to call, eventually he ended up saying it was going to be Quay, and we believe that to be Marquavius Huey, and someone that he said was 44 Savage, who was DeLevante Fleetwood. He talked about what he could do. You could set me up in a room, I'll call him on FaceTime. And then he proceeded to let the police know that he's advised Quay on several occasions that he shouldn't do things for Thug, that Thug wasn't going to help him out, and that this wasn't, this is not something he should do. Eventually, nothing happened. Nothing happened to Shell Kel that evening, but.
And was there a FaceTime call in the midst of this interview?
No, they did not do the FaceTime call during the midst of the interview.
And so what's the point of eliciting all of this?
The point to elicit was that he was willing to give up information again about a plot that he was aware of. Again, this plot to have the rival person that we've been talking about for a number of months, Shell Kel, to be killed, which I think is relevant because, again,
do you have some other evidence that there was a plot that evening to kill Shell Kel?
I believe, and I'll have to confirm with Investigator Viverito, that there was some information that Shell Kel was having an event at that club. That's about it.
About as far as that goes. I think 403 is going to keep that out.
Okay. Can I go into the fact that Mr. Copeland wanted to advise Quay, not necessarily about not doing this particular act, but the fact that he wants to advise Quay of not hanging with Thug, to not fall into his trap. He says that at some point Quay would be willing to do anything for Thug, and he's trying to advise him against that. Because I think that that is important, especially given his whole testimony here that he lied on Thug, he did all these things. I think it's important that he's advising another YSL member later on, years later, not to do what he's done or not to fall into the same trap that he's done. And then we do have evidence of Mr. Huey being willing to do anything for Thug. We have his text messages in which he's communicating with Thug saying,
All right, give me a minute.
Judge, just
Matthews.
real briefly, just on that same point that the court has just ruled on, I just want to add that during that interview, Your Honor, there was no first and last name of a Marquavius Huey. It was just a Quay. And then secondly, Your Honor, there was never any photographic process where Viverito says, hey, is this the Quay you're talking about here? So we can be clear what Quay, which Quay. So that's also in the interview. There's nothing to say that they're actually referring to Marquavius Huey.
in the interview, Your Honor, she does talk about Quay and where he is from. And he says Quay, he's known him for a long time. He's from Jonesboro South. And I think Investigator Viverito will be able to testify when she comes that the Quay that she was referencing was Marquavius Huey, and it wasn't Cormavius Nichols. It was Quay. And we have pictures and photographs of Marquavius Huey and Kenneth Copeland together. And then we also have incidents, they're not going to come in now, but in 2020 with Copeland and Marquavius Huey and Tanquarius Mender getting into conflict with some.
I assume you have some kind of evidence that Mr. Huey is from the Jonesboro area and that Mr. Nichols is not, such that when Detective Viverito says, you know, Quay from the Jonesboro area, that triggers to Mr. Copeland, oh yeah, Mr. Huey, not Mr. Nichols? Or
there's no indication that Mr. Copeland knows Cormavius Nichols. I don't have any.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they're all co-conspirators together.
Correct. But Mr. Copeland was in custody a good number of the time when Cormavius Nichols.
All right, so I think that'll be able to be cleared up. So yeah, it's, if you want to elicit that Mr. Copeland, at least in this interview at some point, whether he did or not, says that he did advise Quay not to do things for Thug, that's fine.
Okay. And then, Your Honor, as it relates to the other point, and I understand, of course, ruling on the alleged plot, I will also say that Detective Viverito advised that they did send marked units up to the club to prevent anything from occurring.
Okay, anything which maybe was going to happen and maybe nobody on Earth had planned. So, okay, that's great. Thanks for clarifying that for the record. Mr. Harvey.
But then do we get any instruction at this particular point, if it comes in, that it is not Mr. Nichols?
No, and if either of you want to ask, if any of y'all want to ask him, well, what Quay do you think we were talking about there? You can.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I don't know who it was.
I mean, the state is affirmatively saying that it is not Mr. Nichols. So I don't think it's my obligation to get up and say, hey, it's not Mr. Nichols, with Mr. Copeland, who has got nothing to do with Mr. Nichols. If we all agree that it's not Mr. Nichols, then I think that should be expressed at this particular time.
If I get to that line of questioning, I don't even know if at this point, Mr. Copeland is going to, where we're going to go with this line of questioning, if he's going to respond. I do have a picture of him, Quay, Marquavius Huey, and Tanquarius Mender that I intend to introduce through him.
Okay, well, you can, if you can say, hey, when you and the detective were talking about Quay, is this the Quay you meant? I have no idea what he's going to say, but.
Correct. I mean, so.
Okay. All right, yes, sir.
Your Honor, the volley that just occurred, that is commenting on Mr. Williams' future dangerousness. It is
It's-
asking Mr.
It's
Copeland.
not gonna come in.
Okay, the question, I misunderstood. I thought you said that Mr. Copeland could be asked, that he gave advice to Mr. Huey to stay away from Mr. Williams, that don't commit crimes for Mr. Williams.
Don't commit crimes for Mr. Williams. I did not understand that to be what he had said, but thanks for the clarification. Let's make sure. When you're talking about that part of the interview, what exactly is being said?
So in the interview, Your Honor, I have Mr. Copeland telling the detectives, I mean, I ain't got no reason to lie. You know what I mean? I told Quay time after time, hey man, stop being stupid. I mean, like, you tripping and you dumb as hell, bro. I tell him time after time after time after time. We had a conversation last night. I mean, he is referencing doing things for a thug. Like that's kind of what the gist of why he's telling Quay, don't be stupid, don't do these things for. Can't say specifically, and this is the part that you ruled out, Your Honor, is that
We don't need to talk
Copeland-
about the part where I ruled out. I'm
Right, so-
talking about the parts that might still be in that you just referenced for me. Do you want to, do I have a copy of this transcript so that I can look at it? I don't think so, but do you want to hand it up to me and say, I'm planning to elicit or potentially elicit pages, you know, whatever it is, 250 through 260, or I'll take a quick look? Or Mr. Nichols is, sorry, Mr. Steele, is that part in? I'm kind of working from a deficit here since I don't have the statement in front of me. But y'all all do, so. You may.
Of the October 2021
All right, where am I supposed to be looking?
So on page 112, starting at line 8, it says,
You don't have to read it to me. I have it in front of me now.
but some of it's unintelligible, so.
Oh. But it's not actually unintelligible. You know what it's going to say? Okay.
So starting at line 8, it says, but Quay, he tells me every single thing. And then there is and then everything else. Sure, I'm sorry. On page 112, line 8, it says, but Quay, he tells me every single thing. And then line 10 says, and then line 12 is Kenneth Copeland. Most of it you can read, Your Honor.
So are any of the unintelligibles don't commit crimes for thug or something to that effect or something really close to that? Or they just, man, stop doing stuff for him?
It's generally not to do stuff and not to be a gopher for thug.
All right, Mr. Steele, I mean, you've, I'm sure, listened to it. Do you believe there to be something that comes too dangerously close to what you would object to?
Yes, but I don't object to the gopher. If that's how it comes out through Investigator Viverito, that's fine, but I don't believe that's the spirit of what they're talking about.
The specific thing that he was referencing was what you just kept out, which is it was Copeland's assertion that Thug wanted Quay and 44 Savage to kill Shell Cal. That part is out. Outside of that, what Copeland is telling Viverito is that he was advising Quay not to be stupid, not to do stuff for him, not to do those things for him. But the only specific thing that she referenced was Thug wanting Quay and 44 Savage to kill Shell Cal. And he also says at some point in the interview that Thug wants Shell Cal dead. I mean, along the lines of what you just said, I wasn't going to go into that, but this is what Copeland's saying, that Thug isn't going to stop. Thug is not going to stop until Shell Cal is dead. I mean, those are things that he says, but given what you're just ruling, I wasn't going to ask him those specific things.
Okay, well, that wasn't my ruling, but here you go. So it does not sound like that's going to come out. Somebody hand us that. All right, are we somewhat clear?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, we ready to get Mr. Copeland back in and the jury out?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Hilton.
Permission to approach Your Honor.
You may.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 378 YF1. Tell me, do you see yourself in that?
Yeah.
You also see Investigator Viverito in that picture?
Yeah.
And do you see a date on that picture at the top?
Yeah.
Is that October 27th, 2021?
Yeah.
And do you recall that being the interview that you had after you were arrested in October 2021?
Yeah.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender State's Exhibit 378 YF1 into evidence.
Okay. Is that what you mean, just the photograph?
For right now, just the
All right,
photograph.
that's admitted.
Now, in this interview, do you remember your interview or speaking with Investigator Rito?
Yes.
All right. In that interview, did you talk to Investigator Viverito about information that you gave back in 2015?
I talked to her about a lot. I can't recall exactly.
Okay. Do you remember being concerned about helping the police out in this interview because you didn't think the police helped you out back in 2015?
Yes.
Okay. And isn't it true in this 2021 interview, you did not think that police helped you when you told them about everything that happened with Nuts murder?
Well, I knew they weren't gonna help me out, because they knew I was lying. They just were going along with me, thinking I was gonna fall for it.
Isn't it true that you believed in this interview that after you told police about Nuts murder, you were tortured?
You know, I ain't never been tortured.
Okay. Isn't that what you told Detective Viverito in this October 2021 interview?
You watch my interviews, you're gonna see I'm always playing like on the victim. I'm always talking about what people did to me. I'm never talking about what I did back to people.
Okay. I'm asking you, did you tell Investigator Viverito in this October 21 interview that you felt as though you were tortured because tell Investigator Viverito that you felt that you were tortured because you talked about Donovan Thomas's murder?
I probably told her that like I told you, they got me again. Handcuffs on my wrist. It's time for me to work my magic.
Did you also, in this interview, felt as though back in 2015, you told them everything that you knew about Donovan Thomas, but no one helped you out?
If I had any truth to speak about 2015, we wouldn't be doing this today.
Okay. Isn't it true that in this October 2021 interview, you told Investigator Viverito, I gave y'all the information, and what did that do for me? Nothing, man.
Yeah, I said it.
Now, back in 2021, did you still believe that Thug was concerned that you were talking to the police?
I never had no belief about Thug being concerned about me talking to the police. It's just something I told the police. If I made the police believe that me and Thug was at it, they're more likely to think that, okay, they went for exactly what I wanted them to go for.
Isn't it true that you thought that Thug wanted you dead in 2021 because you were talking to the police?
No. If I feel like somebody wanted me dead, I'd be on them.
Isn't it true that Investigator Viverito in this 2021 interview asked, he wants you dead. Your response is, yo, you didn't know that. And she says, why would he want you? And your response was, she said, why would he want you dead? And your response is, because of this, because sitting here talking to y'all.
Well, I'm not even gonna do it to you. I tell the police anything.
Now, with Investigator Viverito, that wasn't your first time meeting Investigator Viverito, correct?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, she was your probation officer, correct?
Nah, she wasn't my probation officer.
How long had you known Investigator Viverito in this interview?
From when she was a probation officer.
From when she was a probation officer. And at any point in time, was she your probation officer?
Can you say it again?
Turn the summer vibes all the way up at Puck Shack. With tech-infused mini golf and next level food and drinks, it's a must-try.
Had you known her for more than a year?
Yeah,
More than 2?
I did 51 months in the Feds. I've been knowing her before. I think before I went to the Feds, I don't know when I first.
I'm sorry, did you say you knew her before you went to the feds?
I've been knowing about her.
Now, isn't it true, back in 2021, did you talk to a number of your friends on FaceTime?
Nothing I see before y'all brought me in this courtroom in the past was the truth. Besides the little pieces that I tried to finesse the police with to get off of me.
So when you were speaking with Investigator River Rito in this October 2021 interview, are you saying that nothing you said in here was true?
I ain't said it. You trying to make it seem like I'm saying the whole interview is not true. What I'm saying is to convince them, you got to tell them a little bit what you think they know. And look, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I mean, like.
So I'm asking you a very specific question. In the October 2021 interview, are you saying that you were telling Investigator River Rito what she wanted to hear as well?
I don't recall.
Now, during the course of this interview, did you speak with Investigator River Rito about Quay?
I don't recall.
And I want to show you.
You may.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 398Y. Do you recognize who's in State's Exhibit 398Y? Do you recognize the people in that picture?
Yes.
Okay. Who is in that picture?
Me and Quay.
Okay. Do you recognize the other individual?
I can't see his face.
Okay. Do you recognize the Instagram name Stunner_60?
I don't keep up with people's Instagram.
Do you know that to be another Nard, Tinquarius Mender?
I know another nerd.
Did you know him to have an Instagram name of Stunner?
I don't keep up with people's social media.
Okay. And looking at 398Y, can you tell that other person is Nard, the other Nard that you know?
Yeah.
Yes, that's him.
I don't know.
You're right. This time to say that Tender Stacy's in 398Y as evidence.
Admitted.
All right. Permission to publish.
You may.
Now, back in 2021 or 2020, did you have the Instagram name of 725_Woody?
That what it looked like.
So is that your Instagram handle?
I had so many Instagram pages.
Let me ask you this. If you had so many, is your birthday July 25th?
For sure.
And they call you Woody, correct?
They call me who?
Woody.
Who? I can't hear you.
Woody.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Is this a picture that you posted on your Instagram page?
What you mean?
Is that a post that you made on your Instagram page? The 725 Woody. God bless you.
What you say?
Is this that picture that is posted that says 725 Woody?
I don't remember posting this picture.
Okay. Do you remember taking a picture like this?
You said tit?
Do you remember taking a picture with like this?
Oh yeah, I remember this picture.
Okay. And in this picture, who's all in the picture?
You just said Quay and Nard.
Okay, but the picture wasn't on the screen, so is Quay the person with the green sweatshirt around his waist?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes for the record?
Yes.
Okay. And are you the one person in the middle with the pink hoodie?
And Nard with the blue.
Okay. And if I want to go down, and does the caption say three of a kind? And it tags Quay and it tags Stunner with a green heart emoji and a green snake. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. And it says, I am the streets, out now on all platforms. Does that say that?
I guess.
Okay, what is I am the streets?
You gotta ask who made that caption.
Isn't that you who made the caption?
No, I just told you that. I remember the picture, but I didn't post it. I don't know nothing about.
So 725_Woody.
I also have other people post on my page, my manager.
Did you have a song or an album out called I am the
I
streets?
said other people had posted on my page, so they could have posted it.
And I'm asking you, have you had an album or something called I am the streets?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now, in this interview, did you ever talk to Investigator Viverito about conversations you had with Thug about that the police were going to be watching him?
I don't recall. You said I had. Can you say that again?
Sure. Back in 2021, did you ever have conversations with Thug about the police telling Thug that the police were going to get him?
So you saying in 2021, I told Thug that police was gonna get him?
Do you recall ever having any conversations with Thug saying that the police were going to get him?
I thought you said I was concerned about him killing me.
That's not my question. My question
I'm
to
just
you-
saying, if I'm concerned about him killing me from 2015, why would I be around him in 2021?
So is your testimony today that you don't recall having any conversations with Thug about the police going to get him?
Now, my testimony today is that when investigators get to me, I'm trying to convince them that I'm around him and that I can tell them stuff that make them think that I'm right there and I know what I'm talking about. There's proof of, like I said, me making things up.
Okay. So do you recall in the same October 2021 interview telling Investigator Viverito, I go around Thug, I hear him talk stupid, I tell him they're going to get you. Investigator Viverito says, you said what? You said, I told them they're going to get you. She said, who, Thug? You said, yeah, I told him. Investigator Viverito says, like the police? And you said, yeah, I said they're going to get you. I said, all that shit you're doing, they're going to get you. And what does he say? He says, shit, like I know. And Investigator Viverito asked, so you don't care? And you said, no, he don't. Do you recall having that conversation with Investigator Viverito?
I probably did tell her that, but I was just stating it to you so that you can see that, well, like I was telling you, like I'm just making it up as I go.
And that did you also go and tell Investigator Viverito that you told Thug, I said you put all this stuff in your songs, they're going to be watching you for 5, 6, 7 years. I told them that they're going to be watching you.
I haven't had no dealings with Thug once I got the feds. So when they got me again, back to the routine, put the blame on Thug, y'all let me go.
And you keep saying you put the blame on Thug. What blame did you put on Thug?
Whatever convinced the police that let me go that day, they come look for me tomorrow. I don't care as long as I get away that day. That's all that matters. So they're gonna sit here and keep thinking they're gonna get some type of information out of me. Okay. I'm a spinner.
Did you realize in all your interviews you were the person who brings up Thug first?
Because he's a bigger fish than me.
Now, do you specifically remember what it is that you would make up on Thug?
whatever came up, whatever the police could say, they could have said breaking their cars. Whatever they wanted, not saying breaking their cars, but whatever to convince them that I helped them for them to let me go, I would have said it.
So in that case, why didn't you tell the police that Thug killed Nut?
Because the police weren't gonna go for that. You gotta be more specific. You gotta be realer than that. You gotta convince them. You gotta make them feel like you really telling them. They know this man ain't out to kill nobody. That would have been stupid for me to go in there and say Thug killed him.
Okay. You said that you never talked to Thug after you left the feds. Did you ever talk with Dolly?
No. Hey, I don't know. What you mean? When I got out?
Yes.
I can't recall. I can't recall. But I never talked to Thug after I got the feds.
Do you remember telling Detective Viverito that you actually saw Thug in the club once you got out of the feds?
I told you again, they got me. I know who they want, who they after. So I'm
Now, in 2021, did you feel guilty about the fact that you had previously told on Thug back in 2015?
If I told on him back in 2015, he would have been in jail if he did anything I said he did.
Do you recall telling investigator Viverito that the real reason you don't like going around Thug is because you felt guilty that you had snitched on him?
If you know anything about me, I don't care for real. Like in real life, I don't be caring about nothing. I act like I do, but I really don't.
Is it true that in this same October interview, you said to Detective Viverito, I'm not going to talk at the jail at all because I'm telling you my life is on the line. You don't understand how it make me feel when I go around. The truth, when I go around, dude, I know what I done. So I don't want to be around him because of guilt. That's why I don't want to be around because I'll be afraid. I can't look a nigga in the eye because I'll be like, damn, this nigga know. That's why I'm going around. I ain't want to tell y'all that. That's why I can't sleep at night because I know him. I know what I done. I know the information that I gave. Y'all sit here and play like this shit ain't valuable all y'all want. I told y'all like I know.
Okay, what you asking me? You asked me, did I say that?
I'm asking you, did you feel, yes, one, did you tell the detective that?
Yeah, I told you, I got to convince them, especially with Rito. She swears she know everything. So I was having fun spinning her.
Okay. But you told her that's because...
I also told her that Thug was going to do something to somebody that same day. And then they took me to jail and nothing happened that day. So clearly, if you take anything I say, I'm done.
All right. Now, in 2022, did you end up going back to prison?
Say that again?
In 2022, did you end up going back to prison?
I went to state prison. I don't know when though.
Okay. And while you were in state prison, did you talk to Little D from Mechanicsville on the phone?
I don't know. I can't recall.
Do you recall ever talking to him at all?
I probably have. I just can't say. Yeah, I don't keep up with who I talk to on the jail call. I probably did. I'm bored or something. I don't know.
Isn't it true that in April 2022, did you call Little D and told him that you were aware that a 43-person RICO case was coming down?
I probably did. Ain't no telling.
And that because the RICO was coming down, that you all need to get off of IG, get off of Instagram?
Yes, I love Lil D to death. So if I'm plotting, I'm gonna get Lil D to plot along with me. So I'm gonna go to Lil D, so Lil D can be my backup.
And as it relates to Little D, do you recall him having an Instagram name of Scarface?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Do you recall?
Oh, excuse me for cussing.
do you recall DMing him that they were trying to indict you all on that body?
You said I did that?
Yes.
I don't recall me DMing him that.
Permission to approach. I'm going to show you, I just showed you what's been marked as Exhibit 381Y. Again, your Instagram name was it 725_Woody.
What happened?
Your Instagram name, again, it was 725_Woody.
A lot of people had my Instagram. I ain't seen that message.
Do you see what that message says?
Nah, I just heard you, what you said.
Okay. Are you able to read what's on that page? That's circled in red.
I heard what you just said. It said.
Do you recall sending that to him?
Can you tell me what the date is?
Sure, on October 6, 2021.
Was I in jail?
I don't know. Were you in jail?
Then I just asked you.
I know that you got arrested on October 27, 2021. So before that, before getting arrested on October 27th, were you in custody at all prior to that?
So this was before I went to jail?
Yes.
So why would I DM him? Why would I message him and say that?
First, answer the question. Is that your Instagram name?
Listen,
725_Woody.
I would not do nothing so stupid like that. I would not message nobody saying that. Why would I say that?
Okay. So you don't recognize that as your Instagram name?
I don't recognize me DMing no little D talking about some date. No.
Okay.
I know how the police operate. Why would I do that?
Why did you think that you and D were going to get indicted for?
Speak into your mic if you don't mind.
To my understanding, this exhibit is not in evidence.
That's correct.
And I'm going to object to the publishing of this exhibit through.
I don't think she's going to publish it. You don't intend to publish it, do you? Because it's not in evidence. Okay.
And we're almost.
I would just further
done.
my objection, Your Honor, that it assumes facts that are not in evidence.
Your Honor, I'm going to move on from that last
All right.
question. Now, you said that everything you told the police, you made it all up. When did you make it all up?
You keep saying everything. I keep telling you, like, I know how to piece stuff together real good.
The stuff you made up, whatever parts you said you made up, when did you make it all up?
As I go.
Did you make it up with anyone else?
I don't recall. They looking at me like that.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, isn't it true that you are, well, you're supposed to be testifying under an immunity agreement?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't have a clue about none of this stuff. I told y'all from the start, y'all to put me in here. Like, I don't comprehend. I done told y'all that time after time. I don't know what the immunity agreement is. I don't have a clue. Like, I'm up under so much pressure. Like, man, I don't know. I don't even know how to answer y'all question because I don't know what type. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to be as truthful as possible. And y'all keep going back into the past. Like, I told y'all when I was talking to y'all in the back, man, I have lied. And y'all don't put me up on here telling me that I got to be truthful when I'm telling y'all. Man, I don't know. Man, I'm afraid for my life. Every time y'all call me here, I think y'all finna take my life, take my freedom. And at this point, I can't call on nobody for help. I don't know what's going on.
Were you told before you testified that anything you testified to in the courtroom could not be used against you?
Can you say that again?
Before you took the stand, were you told that anything that you testified to in court could not be used against you?
What you mean?
Before you took the stand, were you told by myself, Ms. Love, anyone sitting at this table, that anything you testified to could not be used against you?
Anything I testify to can't be used against me?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, last week, didn't you ask the judge? You turned around and you asked her, nothing I said could be used against me, right? And you asked the judge.
Okay.
Okay. And isn't it true that under this immunity agreement, you were told that you could be charged with perjury?
You say I could be charged with who?
Perjury.
I don't even know what perjury is.
Were you told also in this immunity agreement that you could be charged if you committed false swearing?
I was told, I asked specifically so I can understand. I asked you, I said, what happened when y'all locked me up? Y'all told me two things I go to jail for. If I pleaded fifth, and if I said that I had committed a crime that I didn't do. So I don't know what perjury mean. I don't know. I mean, I'm afraid for my life. And I told y'all that. I told it to my lawyer. I tell it to the judge. I tell it to everybody. Y'all got me up here. I don't know what's going on. And like I said, for the crimes that y'all charged me with, I went to jail. I did all my time for it. Y'all still bring me in here. I feel like I'm on trial at this point. I'm going to jail because I don't know. Y'all got me up here asking me questions. I don't know how to answer these questions. Y'all want me to be a witness to something I don't know nothing about.
Isn't true that even with the immunity agreement, you did not want to testify?
Can you explain that?
Sure. Even when you were given immunity, you did not want to testify.
No, I still don't want to testify.
And isn't it true that you feel that you were pressured by the state to testify?
I feel like I was pressured by both sides, the state and the defense.
Okay. And is it true that you told me in front of these jurors a couple weeks ago you felt pressured to testify?
And I still, right now, I feel pressured to testify. Because it's not like I'm up here to be, it's not, I can't sit here and tell y'all, nothing. I don't know what y'all want me, I don't know what y'all looking for. I didn't see nobody kill nobody. I didn't see nobody rob nobody. I didn't see none of these boys do anything. I did some stupid things. I got caught for the stupid things that I was doing. And I just went from there. Like, I didn't. And then y'all got me up here. And I done told y'all before y'all put me up here, y'all came to talk to me on like a Tuesday or something. And you came to talk to me in the streets. And I told you, like, I lied. And I told you that. And then y'all still brought me in here.
Isn't it true that you did not want to testify because you don't want to deal with the reality of being labeled a snitch?
Miss Hilton, I was being labeled a snitch way before I had to come to trial when y'all linked that video out to the social media. So the world look at me as a snitch no matter what goes on to this day. But me coming here, like, I have put my faith in God's hands. And I come here and I let it be known. I guess got no choice but to be letting know to y'all now that I have told y'all time after time that I done lied.
And a snitch is someone who actually tells the truth, correct?
Listen, Miss Hilton, like, I feel like I got the world on my back now. You ask me these questions, like, I don't know, man. Like, y'all draining me. I mean, like, for real. It's just different if I sat here and seen somebody commit a crime, and then I saw them with my own eyes do this, and then I get in here and say, I didn't see them do that. Y'all want me to sit here and say, the stories that I have put on other people's, and I didn't. Like, I would not do that. Like, and Lord knows I want to be with my family and my kids, but if y'all gonna put me back in jail because I won't sit right here and tell y'all what y'all believe to be whatever y'all want me to say. Like, I mean, I don't want to go to jail, but man, at this point, man, y'all got me, man. I don't know, man. I can't sleep at night. Like, I tell you, y'all hold me in jail, don't feed me, don't give me water. Like, I just don't know. Like, every time I walk in this door, I pray and hope I walk back out this door. I just want to be left alone. I paid for my punishment. And I done told y'all before y'all put me right here in this seat. Time after time, I told Judge Glanville in his office. I done told everybody I can tell. And I'm telling you to your face, I know it don't have anything to do with you. You doing your job. But I've been nice to you, and I've been telling you that you can't put me up here. And I told you, I done made it up. It's a difference if I seen one of these guys actually do something and you ask me, did they do it? If you ask me, did they do something that I actually saw them do it? And I would tell you, yeah, I saw him do that. Yeah, I was with him when he did that. But this is not the case.
And you just told police what Demekion told you, correct?
I told the police anything to get them off of me. I was going through a phase. People were shooting at me while I had my kid. And my only priority was, by any means necessary, to protect them with my whole fucking life. Judge, I get a minute because they drive me crazy.
Yeah, take a minute, take a breath.
Keep telling y'all,
Stay here. Come here. Stay on the stand. Take some breaths. Calm down.
And once he finishes his breath, Your Honor, state, we conclude our questioning, Your Honor.
Well, do you have any more questions?
No.
Okay.
Judge, can I go home?
All right. No, it may be that some of the defense attorneys or all of them might have questions for you as well. So we're not quite finished yet. So take a minute.
Come on, Reggie. I'm ready to get it over with.
All right. Who's got questions for Mr. Copeland? Go ahead.
I want to talk with you about verification or corroboration of statements made to law enforcement by you that we listen to on recordings, okay? And by verification, I mean something that, besides your word, it supports what you say, okay? Do you understand what I'm asking you?
Well, he didn't ask you anything yet. Do you understand what he's saying?
I don't understand that, Your Honor.
Maybe just ask him a question.
So the District Attorney Hilton started to talk with you about what she said, verification of what you said to the police. So I want to talk to you about verification or lack thereof, okay? If you don't understand anything, just tell me you understand. The first one that Ms. Hilton said is that Jeffrey rented a Infinity vehicle. Remember that? Yes or no?
I don't recall.
Do you remember she put up for you State's Exhibit number 334Y? It said Hertz on it. You were talking about some of the words on the exhibit behind you. Do you remember that?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you remember getting beaten in Club Crucial on the early morning hours of Tuesday, January 6th of 2015?
I didn't get beat.
Do you remember having your lip cut open, a knot on the top of your head?
No, I didn't have, I just had a knot on my face.
And your eyes swollen? You remember that? Do you remember that? Yes or no?
I don't recall.
If that's on the early morning hours of January 6th of 2015, do you remember going to Jeffrey Williams?
I don't remember
Next day?
nothing from 2015.
Well, let me finish my question. Do you remember going to Jeffrey Williams the next day and explaining that you got beaten at Club Crucial
With Georgia Pathways, you may be eligible for free healthcare that gets you covered.
Remember saying to
All right, hang on a second. When there's an objection on the floor, let me hear the objection and make a ruling on it, all right? Before you ask the next question. He's moved on, so we're not gonna worry about that one. Go ahead.
Do you remember saying to Jeffrey Williams that you needed a car and he was driving? He had a Corvette vehicle, a rental car from Hertz. Do you remember that?
I don't recall.
Do you remember realizing that a Corvette has 2 seats and you have a child with a car seat as well as your child's mother, Deshawn, at that time, and you needed a bigger car? I'm asking questions to see whether he remembers this conversation.
Okay, sustained that, that is not a fact in evidence at this point. You
The
can,
question, ask him if it's happened.
so you may ask that question.
That's my question. Do you remember that?
Hmm?
Do you remember saying that to Jeffrey?
Saying what?
That you couldn't use a Corvette. He had a rental Corvette. You needed a bigger car because a Corvette's a 2-seater.
I don't remember that.
Do you remember Jeffrey saying, sure?
Sustained.
Do you remember going to Hertz Rental Car at approximately 8 o'clock at night on January 7th of 2015 so that Jeffrey could get you a rental car, an Infiniti rental car?
He can ask whether he remembers that or not.
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling this jury on direct examination weeks ago that that rental car, that Infiniti, was in your care?
I said it?
Yeah. Do you remember saying that?
No.
Do you remember driving that Infiniti rental car from the time it was picked up from the Hertz rental car on January 7, 2015 until it was returned on January 12, 2015?
Hmm?
Do you remember driving that Hertz rental car that we're talking about from the time it was picked up on January 7, 2015 and having control of it until it was returned on January 12, 2015?
I don't remember 2015.
Do you remember driving with Mr. Zachary? Little D. Remember driving with Mr. Zachary and striking cones on the side of the road on the highway and damaging the Infiniti rental car? Do you remember doing that?
I don't recall.
Do you remember giving that Infiniti rental car to other people on the night of January 10th, 2015?
I can't remember 2015.
Let me ask you this way. Do you deny having that Infiniti rental car January 7th of 2015?
What you mean?
Did you have that car in and around your person?
I gave the car to Threat.
Okay. You told the jury that you gave that car to your friend, and Threat is Mr. Turner. You know his last name? True? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll take the for the court reporter as a yes. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. And you told the jury you gave the car to Mr. Turner the day of the killing of Donovan Thomas. From that morning to that night. Do you know what I'm talking about? January 10th, 2015.
I didn't mean to say that.
Okay. But that's what you said.
Out of frustration.
All right. Now, you also had that rental car not only when you gave it to Mr. Turner, your friend, you had that rental car before you gave it to Mr. Turner, obviously, right? Otherwise, you couldn't give it to him.
I don't recall.
And you had the rental car after you gave it to Mr. Turner, right?
I don't recall.
All right, let me ask you this. Getting to the fact that the state showed you that on State's Exhibit 334Y, that Jeffrey rented the Infiniti from Hertz, you were there, right?
I can't remember.
That has nothing to do at the time of this killing, does it? That's 3 days before, right?
I can't remember.
And what you're telling the jury, or what the state wants you, I believe, to tell the jury, is that Jeffrey Williams rented a car. I think it's clear.
Re-ask your question.
Okay. Jeffrey Williams, therefore, rents a car in his own name that's going to be used in the killing of Donovan Thomas. That's what you're telling the jury.
Rephrase your question.
The rental car that's used to kill Donovan Thomas, are you telling the jury that Jeffrey Williams rented a car in his own name?
I don't know what car was used to kill him.
Okay. All right. So what corroborates for the killing of Donovan Thomas on January 10th, 2015? Corroborates means supports or verifies. What corroborates the fact that Jeffrey Williams rented that car with you 3 days earlier? I'm asking.
I think maybe it calls for speculation. Can you rephrase it?
Sure. The district attorney started questioning you about the Hertz rental car on January 7, 2015, talking about verification of what you said to the police. I'm asking you, how does it verify anything you told the police that Jeffrey Williams was involved in the killing of Donovan Thomas, the fact that he rented that car for you 3 days before?
Sustained.
Does that, the fact that Jeffrey did a favor for you, does that verify anything about the killing of Donovan Thomas, that Jeffrey Williams was involved?
Overruled on that basis that it's not a proper question. Ask a different question.
Can you tell the jury how Jeffrey Williams doing you a favor 3 days before, in that vehicle, the Infiniti vehicle from Hertz, how does that put Jeffrey Williams involved in the killing of Donovan Thomas? They asked this question to verify it.
Okay, that question overruled on that basis.
How does that support your statement to the police?
Huh?
How does that corroborate or verify your statement to the police?
What you mean?
That Jeffrey was involved in anything to do with the killing of Mr. Thomas?
The police did it.
Okay. Number two, you were asked by the district attorney specifically a little while ago that Jeffrey was in, that you told the police that Jeffrey, on June 10th, 2015, you told the police that Jeffrey was in the Infiniti at the Texaco gas station. Remember that question?
I didn't tell the police that.
Right. Do you remember what you told the police?
But I told them I don't know what I done told the police.
Do you remember telling the police, and this is, Your Honor, on State's Exhibit 378YE, June 10, 2015, interrogation of Mr. Copeland at 255:48 to 256:06. Mr. Copeland, remember saying, just listen to the story. So they seen him. They switched cars at the gas station. Thug, meaning Jeffrey, got in the car with the girl. Thug and I think a little D. Remember saying that?
I lie and tell the police anything. This was my, anytime they question me, this what my intention was, getting them out of me. So what I done told them was whatever I said.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play with the court's permission, Your Honor. Just for simplicity, I made this JW240N as a nice, and it's really State's Exhibit 378YE. It's just easier to find the snippet, and it's from 255:48 to 256:06. It's already in evidence.
All right.
You might need your earphones if you need them.
Can you hang on a second before playing that?
Mr. Copeland, you may need those headphones. Tell me if you said anything different than just listen to the story. So they seen him, they switched cars at the gas station. Thug got in the car with the girl, Thug, and I think little D. That's what if I said it wrong, please correct it, okay?
I just listened to the story, so they just seen them, they switched cars at the gas station. Thug got in the car with the girl. Thug and I think Lil D.
What I said was right? Did you hear
That's
that?
what I said to the police?
Yeah. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying that's what you told the police.
I said this what I said to the police.
Yes. Okay. I'd like to show you, Your Honor, it's already in evidence, and the state is going to help play it because they just played it. State's Exhibit number 295, Your Honor. I've asked permission to play. It's a Texaco gas station. And it should be camera 10 first at 18:41:56, or when the supposed Bonneville gets to the gas station. May we play, Your Honor?
Yeah, are you asking the state to do that?
They are, yes.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Mr. Copeland, my question to you is, during this entire video, where do you see Jeffrey Williams anywhere around this gas station getting out, switching cars, okay?
Man, I have told y'all, I have made this up to the police.
Okay.
I just watched this video.
Well, we're just going to make sure the jurors see it, okay? But if you see him at all, you just let us know, okay? Stop the video. Your Honor, this started 18:41. You see that white car? You see the white car that gentleman just got out of?
This is it, folks. We need you to send a donation to help elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz right now. Because
See the white car that gentleman just got out of? So if you could slow that down and go back a little bit. Time. Mr. Cope, I want you to look at the people walking and changing cars here. We'll start at when that car pulls up. It just got into the screen. So we'll start at 19:14:47. You see the new car being entered into the screen in a moment. And people exit the car. Tell the jury when you see Jeffrey Williams in either of those cars or anywhere in the parking lot at all, the Texaco gas station.
I told you I made it up.
1916-51, and that car that pulled up last just left. You see that? Yes. Audible, yes.
Just say out loud either yes or no instead of not, if you don't mind.
No Jeffrey Williams, right?
No.
We can double speed it unless the court says no. Your Honor, we're going to double speed it unless the court says otherwise.
No, go ahead.
Okay. And now it's 1917-39 or 40. And it's, we're going to stop camera number 10. Tell the jurors whether you saw any reference or image of Jeffrey Williams during that entire clip that we just watched from January 10th, 2015 at the Texaco gas station.
Like I told the state, I just told the police anything to get him out my face.
So did you see Jeffrey?
Then nobody in here that watched the video didn't see him.
I'm going to go with the court's permission. It's already in evidence, Your Honor, same exhibit number. It's camera number 11. And there becomes an infinity vehicle, what's purported to be an infinity vehicle pull-up. Whatever, I heard what you said, so whatever vehicle you think it is. We will start at, pulls up, which should be at 11-19-16 if you need your. 11-19-16, I have. Your Honor, we're starting at 11-19. Oh, that's wrong. I'm saying 11. I counted. 1916-06.
All right.
Not in double time. And Mr. Copeland, if you can watch here and tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, if you see anyone who resembles Mr. Jeffrey Williams. And that's a vehicle that just pulled up that we are focusing on. But anywhere you see Jeffrey Williams, if you do, let us know. You see that vehicle moving outside the screen, Mr. Copeland? You see it leave the gas station, sir? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to stop it at 1917-30. And thank you so much. And I heard what you said, Mr. Copeland. You made it clear. You were adding Jeffrey Williams because that's what the police wanted to hear. Is that true?
This is what they told me?
Because you had an agenda. You wanted to get yourself free, right? You were in custody, right? Is that true?
Right.
And in order to get out of custody, go home, you knew the police wanted to hear information that Jeffrey Williams committed crime, was a big fish. Remember that?
This is what they said.
Yeah. The police told you they wanted Thug. Remember them telling you that?
That's what they said.
Before all this information about Jeffrey Williams, you remember the police telling you, we want the big fish, we want Thug. Remember that?
Yeah.
You remember the police telling you, it wasn't just local police, and that's bad enough. I'm not saying that's not serious. But you had the Atlanta Police Department with you on June 10, 2015, Detective Gaither, gang unit, right? She's in the room with you. Detective Dennis, right? He's in the room with you.
Right.
He's with the gang unit.
Right.
I told you. You had Detective Thorpe, homicide.
Right.
With the City of Atlanta Police Department, right? Correct?
Right.
And you had federal alcohol, tobacco, firearm, explosive Special Agent Cunningham at times with you in that room, right? Right? And federal agent Cunningham told you that you are an armed career criminal. Remember that?
I don't remember nothing about the interview.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play it for you in a moment if we need to. And she told you that you are getting, without parole, you know what parole is?
Yeah.
If you get a sentence, you might get out a little earlier, or you may get out earlier on parole. You know what I'm talking about?
Ain't no parole in the feds.
Exactly. So you do every day, right?
Right.
And in the federal government, Special Agent Cunningham with the federal authorities said she already spoke with the U.S. Attorney's office about you, right? We'll play it. Do you remember her telling you you're getting 15 years without getting out every day to the door as an armed career criminal? Remember that?
I don't remember what she said.
Plus, you're getting an additional 10 years on top of that for a total of 25 years for two different guns, the gun at the Dunbar Center and the gun in your home on June 10, 2015. Remember that conversation?
I remember she said I was looking at a lot of time.
And do you remember she even calculated for you? She asked, how old were you on June 10, 2015?
You said how old was I?
She asked you that.
I guess.
And she added 25 years to that and said you wouldn't get out until you're 48 years of age. Remember that?
I guess.
Then Detective Gaither, Detective Dennis, and Detective Thorpe explained to you that's just federal charges. You also have to deal with gang charges. Remember all that?
I guess.
That means that that could be stacked or run consecutive. Do you not remember this?
I don't remember the interviews.
And you told them, I don't want to go to jail. I hate jail. Right?
I do.
Right. And you told them, I'll tell you anything you want to know. I just want to go home. Yeah, I'm not saying that's a quote, but that was your.
Sound like me.
Yeah, that's what encouraged you to tell these lies, right?
They did.
Yeah. That's why when you told them that Jeffrey Williams went to the gas station and changed cars, it's not on the video because it's not true, right?
I was trying to tell them anything to get them out for me.
You were making it up. For that reason.
I don't remember what I told them.
Okay. We just listened to it. Remember you put your earphones in?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you told them. That was not true, right?
That's what I told the police.
And the verification there should be, if you were telling the truth to the police, it should be then at the Texaco gas station, you see Jeffrey Williams changing cars, right? If you were going to be verified, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's talk about you in the Infinity at that gas station. Okay?
Objection, Your Honor, assuming facts not.
Sustained. I mean, I think we hadn't really heard the question yet.
If you were in that Infinity at the gas station and had anything to do with the murder of Donovan Thomas, what did this District Attorney Hilton tell you would happen to you?
Objection, assuming it's not evidence, it's speculation.
Why don't you not ask it as a compound question?
Tell the jury what District Attorney Hilton told you on June 10th of 2015, if you admitted that you were involved in the killing of Donovan Thomas. Tell them what she, excuse me.
Try that question again.
I just got it. June 10th is the same exact date. Okay. June 10th, 2024. I see it. 2024, June 10th, a Monday. Remember meeting with your lawyer, Judge Glanville, District Attorney Hilton?
Right.
Yes. In this courthouse?
In the judge chamber?
Yeah. I wasn't there, right?
Huh?
I wasn't there.
You wasn't where?
In the judge's chambers with you, Miss Hilton, your lawyer, Judge Glanville?
No.
None of these, anybody here was there, right? It was just the people I mentioned and security.
Objection, Your Honor.
Let's get to the actual question.
Tell the jury what District Attorney Hilton told you would happen to you if you admitted in any way that you had anything to do with the murder of Donovan Thomas. Tell them.
They gonna lock me up.
So when you have this use immunity for anything you say, District Attorney Hilton told you, but you can't say that, right?
Objection, Your Honor. Improper foundations. You must ask the question. Ask.
That is testifying, and I'm asking Mr. Copeland to tell the jury. Tell the jury your understanding what Ms. Hilton told you if you admitted to being involved in the murder of Donovan Thomas, even with use immunity. Tell what the District Attorney's Office would do to you.
Huh?
Objection is compounded. The compound question.
I don't think that was compound. Okay. If you admit the way you were told by Miss District Attorney Hilton, if you admit to being involved in the killing of Donovan Thomas, you get prosecuted for that, right?
Objection is improper question as to what was asked.
You'll have him on redirect. Overruled.
Is that true?
She said, if I do that, plead the fifth, I'm gonna go to jail.
And when you say, if I do that or plead the fifth, if I admit to being involved in Donovan Thomas's murder, I go to jail, right?
Huh?
That's what she told you. That's what Miss Hilton told you. Am I correct?
I didn't hear you.
Okay. If you admit that you're involved in the murder of Donovan Thomas, you get prosecuted. You go to jail, right?
Two things to send me to jail.
One is if you admit to the murder of Donovan Thomas.
Let
being
him
involved.
answer the question if he's going to let us know what his understanding is. What is your understanding?
Go ahead.
Well, when I was talking to them,
Tell the jury.
I don't recall. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Mr. Copeland, if you were to admit that you're involved in the murder of Donovan Thomas, do you go to jail? Is that your understanding through District Attorney Hilton?
Can I ask the judge a question?
Let's take a recess.
I talk to my lawyer.
Yes. Just wait a second. Actually, you want to go ahead and
So I can go?
step out. Yeah. Yeah. All right, unless anybody needs to put anything on the record, we're going to recess and let Mr. Copeland have whatever time he needs to speak with his lawyer.
Now this just got good. This just got good. This just got good. This just got good. Woo! This just got good, boy. Let's go.
Do we know whether Mr. Copeland has finished consulting with his attorney? Can somebody step out and find that out for me? Thank you.
Yeah.
He has, okay. I mean, I assumed, but. I see his attorney, I don't see Mr. Copeland. We're ready for Mr. Copeland. Mr. Steele, am I correct in assuming that your cross is going to last more than 30 minutes?
I would, if you want to know, I would estimate, terrible, but I would estimate the day tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you know a time stop? Because then I could try to get.
For today?
For today.
So there actually is a juror issue
Oh.
that I want all of us to deal with this afternoon. So I may just, I mean, if you,
I understand.
we can go 15, 20 more minutes, or we can just stop for today.
I'm with you. I just didn't want to start something big and then.
Yeah, so if you have something that's, 5 more minutes before you move to the next topic, great. If you think this itself is going to last another 40 minutes, I may just say, let's break and deal with our other issue, but I don't know, so.
I appreciate it. This will take a while, so
Okay.
more than 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. All right, let's get the jury out.
Woody, don't stand up for the jury now, Woody. You ain't been standing up for the jury,
I don't
Woody.
know why it says that message. I don't know what. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, given that it is almost 5 o'clock anyway, and I don't love stopping before 5, but we have another matter to deal with anyway, I'm going to let you all go for the day. But let me remind you that our schedule is going to typically, unless you hear differently from me, be a 9 a.m. start time each morning. So please be here so that we can start on time at 9. And juror 387, if you could hang back for a minute. And the rest of y'all are excused, and I'll see y'all in the morning. I'm going to remind y'all, do not talk to anybody about this case. Let anybody talk to you about this case. Don't look at any kind of media, social media, any kind of accounts whatsoever about a case or about anybody involved in it. Don't try to find out information from anybody or any place other than the confines of this courtroom. So I'll see y'all in the morning. Thank you. 387, if you can stick with us.
I can go.
You can go. We'll see you back at 9 a.m. as well.
You have a nice day.
All right, and for the media, this part's going to concern kind of the juror's personal life, so I'm kind of done too. We won't talk about